A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a striking turn of events, President Donald Trump has publicly criticized Russian President Vladimir Putin following a series of devastating missile and drone strikes on the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv. The attacks, which occurred just after Trump suggested that Russia might be open to a peace deal with Ukraine, have left at least 10 people dead and dozens injured, marking one of the most severe assaults on Kyiv since the onset of the conflict over 3 years ago. In a post on his social media platform, Truth Social, Trump expressed his discontent, stating, "I am not happy with the Russian strikes on Kyiv. Not necessary, and very bad timing. Vladimir, stop. 5,000 soldiers a week are dying. Let's get the peace deal done." The timing of Trump's remarks is particularly poignant, as they came just a day after he conveyed optimism about the potential for a peace agreement, claiming, "I think we have a deal with Russia." However, Trump also pointed fingers at Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, suggesting that his inflammatory statements were hindering the peace process. "We have to get a deal with Zelensky," Trump remarked from the Oval Office, expressing frustration over what he perceives as Zelensky's reluctance to negotiate. The situation escalated dramatically when, shortly after Trump's comments, Russia launched its attack on Kyiv, resulting in significant casualties and destruction. Ukrainian officials reported that at least 70 individuals were injured, including 6 children, with rescue operations ongoing to find those trapped under the rubble of collapsed buildings. President Zelensky, who was in South Africa at the time of the attacks, announced he would cut his visit short to return to Ukraine. He condemned the Russian strikes as a continuation of their brutal campaign against his country, stating, "Russia continues to kill people and avoid tough pressure and accountability for this. Unfortunately, there is a lot of destruction. Rescue operations are ongoing. The rubble of buildings is being cleared." Trump's special envoy for Ukraine and Russia, retired Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg, reported that peace talks held in London prior to the attacks were constructive. However, the renewed violence has cast a shadow on the prospects for peace. The Kremlin has echoed Trump's sentiments regarding Zelensky's stance on Crimea, which Russia annexed in 2014. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov noted that Trump's position aligns with their long-standing view that Crimea is no longer a negotiable issue. As the situation develops, the international community continues to respond to Russia's aggression. The UK Foreign Office has announced new sanctions targeting technology and goods that could support Russia's military capabilities, including a ban on video game controllers used to pilot drones. These sanctions are part of a broader effort to limit Russia's war efforts and to hold Putin accountable for his actions. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte is currently in meetings at the Pentagon, following indications from the White House that patience with peace negotiations is waning. The ongoing violence and the casualties incurred during the latest attacks have reignited debates about the effectiveness of current diplomatic efforts and the need for a renewed commitment to peace in the region. As the world watches, the call for a peaceful resolution to the conflict remains urgent, with leaders like Trump urging for immediate action to prevent further loss of life. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.